Alrighty then. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Priscilla, and I'm here today with what I'm going to teach you is a watercolor tutorial. Now this is a Harry Potter Hogwarts tutorial, so it's a watercolor and an acrylic painting that I found on Pinterest, and I'm combining them together because I like some aspects of one of them and other aspects of the other one. So there's like the watercolor I like, and then there's the acrylic painting I like. So I wanted to teach you guys a galaxy watercolor on a silhouette of Hogwarts. This is the watercolor paper I like to use. This is a Strathmore watercolor paper. And I use Koi watercolors, but what you're going to need is some watercolors, some watercolor paper, and of course a nice clean cup of water with paintbrushes. So the first thing we're going to have to do is to of course draw out Hogwarts. Now we want Hogwarts to be as long as our paper. So the first thing is I want to go ahead and map out the first tallest tower at Hogwarts. So we have this line right here, which is going to be the tallest tower. Now, I think the best part about doing the silhouette of Hogwarts is going ahead and actually drawing the first tower that's all the way off to the side and then mapping everything else around it. So if I go to this long thing that I just made, I'm going to go ahead and bring that out like in a cone shape. Bring it downwards. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here, come over here and bring it down just a little bit, bring this down, and then we're going to go ahead and just start placing everything else. So we'll start from this side right here. We're going to go diagonal just a little bit of space, bring this up, and we have another tower. So if I go up, bring this over, bring up this little tower, bring it over, off to the side, make sure it's going to take a lot of erasing and stuff. Bring this down just a little bit and we have like a little gap right here. Bring it down, make it go diagonal, go up a little bit, bring this off to the side, go up, oh, and bring off this little cone shape here. Bring this off to the side, just a little diagonal area going this way. Then you're going to jump over here, bring this down, a little bit of a gap, and then you're going to go straight up in a diagonal direction like this. And you're going to come up to here, make a little itty bitty roof, and then from there we have another little itty bitty roof. It's just like a little pillar, so I make it look like a toothpick almost. Bring off this side, bring this down, go up, another cone shape, which is just another roof, bring it down, nice and skinny, skinny pointy roof. Jump off to the side here, bring this down, bring out this part of castle, I don't know what it is, bring it down, then you're going to bring it down just a little bit, and then when you come to this part you're going to bring this out slightly. See how I am making a diagonal line, go back in, bring this down, curve upwards just a bit, and then we're going to go off that direction. We'll jump back over here. So I realized I made this tower taller than this tower, so we need to make this top tower a little bit taller. So I'm going to bring that up more. Bring this off. Bring it down. Bring it down. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that. Bring this in. Bring this in, and then bring it down. From this side over here, what you're going to do is you're going to bring this up, over. We have little itty bitty roofs. Bring this down. Bring out a little bit of a squarish part over off to the side, and then it goes back into the roof of this. Bring this down. Bring this over. Make this diagonal. And then we're going to come back to over here. We're going to bring this out over here. Bring down this little roof. Curve it inward and down. Jump off to the side right here. Bring it up. Pointy, really skinny and pointy roof right here. Inwards, bring it off to the side. Then we're going to go over here to this last bit, this last little piece of roof, which is just another little cone. They look like Christmas trees. So we have the last little Christmas tree over here. Bring this down and bring it off to the side. So that's the overall basic silhouette of Hogwarts. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around and start erasing the insides, the inside lines. I want to take my yellow first, and I want to go around and I want to outline all around my silhouette. And the thing is, we're going to do this without masking fluid because the silhouette will be black in the end. I want to go ahead and get these bottom ones outlined with yellow. So off to the side right here, all at the bottom that is closer, these are at the top and these are closer to the bottom, so I want to get that water, that yellow right in there. I'm going to grab a little bit more water just so I can bring out that yellow. And then I'm going to take my lighter blue and jump over here and line the bottoms of these with this lighter blue. Then I'm going to come over with this lighter blue and I'm going to start bleeding into this, into my yellow that I created. And this over here will just be this light blue. Then I'm going to jump over and grab my darker blue and start coming over here and blending in the lighter and darker blue together over here. I'm also going to jump over here with my darker blue and start applying it on top over here. And this is overall creating the first layer of this galaxy. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my darker blue. Go ahead and bleed that into the top blue. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of my black and then I'm going to go ahead and get that all the way across the top so it can start bleeding into that darker blue. And overall, we want to get all of this done while it's still fairly wet. When the colors can bleed into each other, and that's what we want. And since we are not dealing with masking fluid, make sure you always have like a paper towel just in case, like what happened right there. A little tower got covered up with the watercolor puddles just because I'm adding so much water. But once again, this is going to be the hardest part, is I fully suggest that you wait for this to completely dry, because once it dries, it's going to have such an awesome first layer effect. So as you can see, this has completely dried to look really, really awesome. So I don't want to get rid of this effect too much. What I'm going to do is go ahead with the second layer and apply all the same colors in the same spots and just kind of bring them up a little bit. So I'm going to start with the yellow. Now I'm going to go ahead with my blue, my light blue once again. I already started it just because I want to go ahead and get it into that second layer of the yellow. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up once again, just adding water. And then I'm going to go in with my blue, with the mid blue, and just add that second layer once again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of my white gouache. Now, you don't have to do this part. Right now it looks really awesome, but this is what I prefer to use for the cloudiness in the skies. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay it in a couple of different places. And in case you're wondering what white gouache is, I have this Winsor & Newton designer's gouache right here. It's called Permanent White. What gouache does is it dilutes like watercolors, and sometimes it gives like good white highlights. Like if I bring up my Moana picture right here, you can see I used it on her skin and her hair to highlight some white parts and just to dilute some colors, kind of turn them down just a little bit if they're overly saturated. We want some cloudiness in the skies, so if I just go around and I use a couple of water droplets, it'll start to settle in and start to have a really awesome effect on the sky around Hogwarts. So while we're waiting for this to go ahead and set and wait and just waiting for this to dry completely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black and with a very light wash like this, I'm going to go ahead and give my first layer to my Hogwarts castle. Now make sure you get close to the edge, but if you touch the other side, the other, like the puddles that are on this side are gonna bleed into your black over here, and you don't want that to happen. And so I'm just gonna go lightly, almost close to the edge, and not get too close. You don't want bunches of puddles running into each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that all over Hogwarts' silhouette. What I'm doing here is I'm not bringing it all the way down. I'm just gonna go ahead and just like bring down the droplets like this. I'm not gonna bring it all the way down. I'm just bringing the actual bits down here like it's fading outward, and it's gonna end right there. So that way we have this kind of effect where it's not just going to be solid black. Right there. We're gonna just leave this whole bottom open. And now what you're gonna do is just hurry up and once again wait for all of this to dry, and then we can go ahead and put a couple more coats on the Hogwarts silhouette and add our stars in the sky. Now what I'm gonna do before I go and start adding stars, I'm gonna take my black paint and I'm gonna go ahead and get all those silhouettes, just the lining around them, nice solid black. So what I did here was, you can see I kept just adding and adding more and more black and bringing it down, and we have kind of like this waterfall, awesome like technique going on right now where you can see the first layer, the second layer, and you can see the one layer over here with the top layer, and I was adding droplets of water on it just so it kind of spreads out a little bit. But once this completely dries, the silhouette, it's going to look really cool. Since the sky is practically done drying, what I want to do is go ahead and grab a little bit of my gouache. Once again, if you do not have gouache, a little bit of white acrylic paint and use it towards your stars. Now what I'd like to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight the side with gouache just so it defines it a little bit more. Last but not least, what I want to go ahead and do is one last coat of the black silhouette from the top, and once again I'm going to bring it down with water. And there you go. There's a fun little watercolor tutorial on Hogwarts. I will see you all on Thursday with another fun tutorial. Bye!